Hello, my name is Loic. I will talk to you about the first step of creation of this project, which is the design part. I designed the paint mostly with animation in mind to be able to play with the lights so it can dance around the cab. So for this I created a grid which is based on the Renault truck's logo, which is, as you know, is a diamond, and then I drew my shapes on it. We choose the name Diamond Eco because of the light which are propagating around the cab through these diamonds. What I like the most about this project is that we have 48 segments of Luminol paint, which can be seen as 48 light bulbs that we can play with. We can program them in the order we want, so we can draw the shapes we want, we can control the duration, we can make them slow, we can make them fast, we can make them breathe. The possibilities are endless with the animation. I also thought about how to bring interactivity to the project with the battery charging status on the side fairing of the truck, which is where the batteries are located, so you can know before entering the truck how much energy you have left. I am really happy with the result of the painting when it's off, but it's even better when it gets illuminated. I would like to thank all the people who have participated in the project, and now I leave you with Dennis, who will explain to you how he painted the truck.
Hello, I'm Dennis of Demon Paint, and I had the honor to spray this nice Renault truck with my electroluminescent paint called Luminol. I will guide you through all the steps which we have done, just to give you an making of how everything worked and how much work it really was just to do this. Luminol is an electroluminescent paint system, which contains 4 different systems. So we have a backplane, which is used for the electrodes to provide the current and the voltage to it. Isolation is called dielectric. And then we had chosen the pigment, it's aqua. And the last layer, we need a transparent layer which is conductive, layer called CTC, conductive top coat, which is nearly transparent, but the light can go through it. So, and if you spray these layers right, it's like making a sandwich, you can see in this explanation video, then it lights up. So like you can see here. First thing is to get the design sorted between both parties, just to have this on the computer and then get it on the plot, just have stickers. We need to mask it to go as exact as possible, because this is 3D and on the computer you most have the 2D. Second, I had to think about where all the connections and the cables later on go, because the paint cannot be connected to a current or a voltage. So that's at a certain point we need to go to the cables, choose all the channels, mark them all up. Later on we want to control them, so it's very important to do this step as one of the first steps, and not to get confused later on, because we're running about 150 cables in this truck. Easily 100 meters of cable, even more. After that step, we have done that. So we are going to mask everything and prepare it, stick the cables on, and then spray the backplane. So finished with the backplane. Because of the masking, we always have an edge where the paint goes up and comes down. So it's a very sharp edge. And this is what we have to cut down. Either you can use a sandpaper or I use a plastic blade. After cutting down the edges, I have to mask the minus. But plus is what lights up and minus is what doesn't light up. So the minus has to be covered and not to be sprayed, because we need it later on to go together with the CTC, conductive top coat, as the last layer to light it up. Now we're spraying the dielectric. The dielectric is very important. We need to have a thickness of about 35 microns, is approximately the thickness of one hair, which is perfect. If you go lower, it can start burning, and so that means the voltage is just hitting through everything and you get a black spot. This is what you don't want. As well, if it's too thick, the brightness goes down or you get a foggy effect, like a cloudy part. So this is very important. So next layer, it's the pigment. which lights up. So this one goes pretty fast in the same time on the dielectric. There's no long waiting, half an hour or something like that, and we spray it directly on it. The good thing is it's very transparent and you can't really see it because the dielectric is very, very white. If I spray nearly a transparent layer on a white, I can't see really the thickness. That's why we're using black light and spray it in the dark. That's the really coolest part on it. Nobody is usually spraying in the dark. No painter wants to spray in the dark. It's always about, I want to see my paint, I need to see everything, and I want to have brightness. So no, we do it in the dark. When we've done that, unmasking of the bus bar, which we had to cover for the CTC, and we're coming to the other nice point to bring it alive. So this is spraying the CTC. Layer has to be very thin, so 10 microns we are talking about, so a third of a hair. And I use a heat gun to dry it directly because it only gets conductive when it's dry. Just to see if there's enough or you have to spray a little bit more. That's why you sometimes see on the video it's a little bit cracking and all that stuff, so that a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. If you do it too much, you mess it up and the whole truck can be sprayed again. It's not rocket technology, but you really have to be patient and be precise. So now we have it lit up. Of course, it's electricity and it's not protected by like a cable. You have plastic around it or rubber. So we have to protect it with an automotive clear coat. Approximately we spray 8 to 10 layers of clear coat. After that one, the truck will get blue into its original color, but we leave out or we do not spray the Lumilo parts because otherwise they're gone nearly, because most of the paint is very opaque. Then spray the clear coat again, another 9 or 10 layers, just depends, until it's really even. It's like a normal car paint, just with a few more layers. That's a good question. Approximately 2 months, 8 weeks is a schedule when the design is finished. 8 to 10 weeks is realistic to have a truck painted like this. So it's, of course, it's the first truck I'm doing. I've done a few cars which had a lot of areas, but I think this size, though this is massive, and it nearly didn't stop as I lit it up. I think it's the biggest size I ever lit up at one time. Maybe even it's the biggest size have been lit up ever. Maybe a new world record, but it's definitely the first in the world.